So here is my screen. So I have shared you my screen, and this is the first screen which we are going to see when we start with login. Like once we log into the SAP server, this is the first screen which we are going to see. This is SAP Easy Access, which is used by end users to post the daily activities, to post the billing transactions. Okay, like it is used by all the modules, not only FICO module, not only whatever we are doing. We all are FICO. So apart from FICO, we also have MMSD, PPQM. So many modules are there. So every module end users in each and every module will be working on SAP Easy Access screen only. Here we cannot do any sort of configurations in SAP Easy Access. So from SAP Easy Access, to do the configurations, we need to go into display IMG screen. So display IMG screen can be seen by using SIMG T code, and T code is used in the command field. So here you can type this SIMG and click enter. We get into display IMG screen. So now we are in display IMG screen. So from display IMG screen here, we need to go into enterprise structure and then definition and then financial accounting. Here we have defined company. 1 minute. Yes. So we was uh, talking about how to create the company and company code. So before we create, we need to understand these two concepts. So any idea what is difference between company and company code? Any one of you? Hello? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So you mean to say why we go? Okay. So okay, these are whatever the uh, features in SAP you are telling. What are the features of company and company code? But why uh, need to create? But yes, one point as you have said, you like we can create profit and loss account individually for each company code. So this is one point for company code. This is the use. This is why we are going to create company code. Any more? Mhm. Mhm. Okay, okay, okay. What is the difference between company and company code? Any difference? Anyone want to try? Like based on her explanation, like whatever she said, that is correct. Everything, every points, one, two, three, she said almost together. For example, say like 12 or 10 to 12 points, she said. So based on her explanation, have you understood the difference? Who said just now? What is Radhika? Okay. Hmm. So organize highest organize. So there are so many organizational units. You say. So in this organizational unit, these are all. Which one? Company or company code? Company. Okay. Okay. This. Hmm. Okay. So as you said, organizational units. How many are high? If this is the highest one, there should be something. Highest is something. There are so many under that, right? So the so. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So company, as you said, this is Tata Group, and under Tata Group we have Tata Steel, Tata Motors. Okay, right, like that you are telling. So only for this two, it is an highest organizational unit, or even there are so many organizational units. So Tata Group, this is Tata Group, Tata Motors, or anything you take, that is one level. This is at one level. This is at one level. Is there any other levels under this again? And under this again, is there any other level? Or for all these, is there any other combinations? Okay. So as you said, this is locations. Okay. So geographical locations. So under that, any more? Branches is nothing but branches as per the company you're telling the branches, or as per the company code branches. As per company, branches are something different. As per company code, the branches are different. As per company, if we take Tata Group, the branches is something different. Like Tata Motors, Tata Steel. Those are branches for company. If I go to Tata Group and if I ask how many branches you got, he'll tell these are the branches of mine. But if I go to Tata Motors and ask you, have you got any branches, he'll tell only about the Tata Motors showrooms, which are there in different locations. So branches is something different where you use the word. So which branch you are talking about? Business area is, this is geographical location. Okay, okay. So company is called as holding company, and company code is called as subsidiary companies. Or holding company can also be called as parent company. Subsidiary company can also called as child company, or it can also be called as sister company. Okay. I hope you know about these terms. In accounting language, in law language, we are going to use these names: holding, subsidiary, parent company, child company, sister company. The same holding company is called as company. Okay. I hope you understood. Any idea about this? Holding company and subsidiary company? Who is not from accounting background, law language? Who is not into accounting? One student is not into accounting, right? One participant, who is that? May I know his name? Hemant. So Hemant, any idea? Holding and subsidiary? No. Okay. So I think so. Company and company code is something which is related with the business size, the whatever the organization is there. So the organization, for example, say if we take company, the organization which is having its operations in what type of industries and how many units it have in the day-to-day business activities. Like for example, say, as she said, the Tata Group of Industries is there. So Tata Group of Industries is something called as company. Okay, because this doesn't do any sort of business. Tata Group is something where it manages the companies, it manages the units which are there under this Tata Group. So Tata Group doesn't provide any services. It is not involved into any sort of business. It just handles. So whatever the company codes are there under this Tata Group of Industries. So if you see under Tata Group, we have again Tata Group have its businesses into so many industries like automobiles, services like TCS, and telecommunication like this Tata Sky, and it is also into clothing industry, jewelry, metals, manufacturing like Tanishq Jewelers, and it is also into clothing industry like West Side Studio, and it also have its branches in hotel industry and lodging like Taj group of hotels is there, that is also belongs to Tata only, and as you know Tata Motors, Jaguar, Land Rover, everything belongs to Tata. So like that, it have its different units in different industries. So based on each and every industry, what company it is into, like what is the company it has established to do its business in that particular industry, that company, that entity, I mean to say, that entity is called as company code, because each and every company code have its own business. Like one will be selling clothes, one will be selling cars, one will be selling like services. So everyone have their own set of business lines. So just to record those transactions, just to record those uh, like manage its activities, we are going to maintain a separate set of books, and the tax should be paid differently for different company codes, and reporting should be done for different company codes. So these are the main differences between company and company code. So here if you see a company code, for example say Tata Motors is also one of the company code by Tata Group, and TCS is into services, this is one of the company code. And next, for example say Tanishq is also one of the company code under Tata Group, right? All these companies, all these units belongs to Tata Group only. Okay, so these are the difference between company and company code. And to create company, the same menu path as I have shown you, this is the menu path: define company, and the edit company code, like edit, copy, delete, check company code data is there just below the financial accounting and definition and enterprise structure. So this is the menu path. So now first we are going to create the company. So go into the company, execute this, click on IMG activity of define company, and click on new entries. So these are all different companies which has been created by users. This is a practice server. So normally we have these many users, these many companies which has been created by different users. So in the same way, we are also going to create one company. Click on new entries, and next is company. Here you can give alphabets or numbers, or you can give only alphabets or only numbers. Like that, you can take the combination of anything. Okay, so, but normally systems and like companies will be using whatever the year of registration is there, that year of registration will be taken in the company code or company. But we can take any like mix of alphabets and numbers like this, FG15 or 5132, like that, anything can be taken. So what I'll do, I'll take G Okay, triple G I'll take. Okay, this will be my company, triple G. And company name, here you can give the name of company. Name of company can be same, but company ID cannot be same. Here triple G is there. So company name we can take like Gate. And why company name of company too? Because once here if the characters are full, we can use the next line name of company too. Okay. So have you understood this? Whatever the company and company code, the difference. The one who is not from accounting background. I think I forgot your name again. Hemant. Hemant, have you understood? Okay. So name of company name we can give like Gate. Okay, this is the name I have given. So this again I'll type like private limited. And street, take the street like anything can be given, like whatever the street number, like 63 or 23 or 33 like that. And post box number can give any 6 digits. Postal code any 6 digit. City, take one city. And are you all okay? Everyone is from different cities, right? Okay. So I'll take Bangalore, Bangalore, right? And country or region, we can take like India here. So select India. I mean to say why I'm giving this address where this company is registered. That registered address we need to give here. What is the registered address of this company? So this is a company. That means holding company. This is not company code. Company code is something different. Company is something different. Every transactions what we do will be going into company code. Okay, not into company. Company doesn't do any sort of business. Company is just there to manage its operations by manage its operations. That's it. Of all those company codes. And company we are just giving it as just under the head, like under this we have so many companies like group of institutions, group of companies like that, just to take that company. And English, select the language key as English, that is English en. And currency, select INR. This company, what is the reporting currency for this company should be selected, that is INR. Indian rupee. Yeah. So select this by double clicking on that. So this is how we just create Who is very new to SAP? This is the first time you're seeing the screen. I think two or three people are there, like two people or three people. Who is that? Myself. Sai Krishna. Okay. And Hemant? Okay. Hmm. Okay. So you have some hands-on experience. Okay. Okay. So Hemant. Hemant, right? Okay. And Sai Krishna, this is the first time, right? For you? Okay. So any idea about this T code and menu path? How d T code is like shortcut which we are going to use directly. Yeah. Yes, by step. Like we need to remember the entire menu. Okay, but few screens there will be no options of T codes. Sessions, that any number of sessions can be opened, that we can set it. Sessions can be seen any number of times, and sorry, we can open any number of sessions that can be seen in the settings by above. It's not fixed. Previously it was fixed, but based on versions again it changed. And the thing is, I was asking you the mm menu path and the T code. So T code is just for like using the shortcuts. If we remember the T code, well and good, directly enter the T code, go into the screen. That will be easy. And if we use menu path, we can explore more options. Okay, so that is one advantage if we go by menu path. What will be there? It will be bit for the next level of practice. It will be helpful, not only for this practice. And another thing, there will be some screens which doesn't have T codes. So for those we can assign by taking the help of our open basis. But defaultly, SAP haven't given any T codes for few of the items. Few of the screens, I mean to say. So now this is the options which these are the details which we have given to create the company. And now click on save. So once we click on save, we are able to see one pop-up which is appearing on the screen, the prompt for customizing request. So this customizing request, I think, have we discussed about this, the transport request? No, right? In the last class? What is? Okay, okay. Only the basics, the overview. Okay. And after that, anything more? Like functional modules and technical module. That's it. Okay. Mhm. Introduction. Okay, okay. So this transport request actually used by a basis module person. Why we need to learn about this? is because to give the information to basis module person. Okay, why we need to learn about this? We are not going to do anything. We are not going to use this transport request number. We are not going to save any sort of uh, like the configurations as per this transport request. So transport the configurations in the transport request is something different. Configurations for the transport request is something different. So we are not going to modify anything in this transport request configurations. But the thing is, we are going to learn about this transport request just to tell the number. There will be one number for each transport request. So that number we need to tell to basis module person after we complete one sort of configurations. After we complete all the configurations, we need to tell that number in certain circumstances. There will be three circumstances where we need to tell this numbers, how many numbers are there, what are the numbers to be transferred from one server to another server. That will be said by us to the basis module person. Then only by using that number, he will be transferring the configurations from one server to another server. So So transport request, there are actually three servers. This is called a system landscape. These three servers combinedly called as SAP system landscape. In system landscape, we are going to have first is development server, and next is quality server, and the last one is, what is the last one? Production server. So here in development, we are going to do only the configurations. So configuration, for example, say just now we have created one triple G company. This is company, not company code. Triple G we have created now. Once we click on save, what it is telling, it is giving us one pop-up, transport request number pop-up. If I click on save, it is giving me this pop-up. So this pop-up, why it is giving me? It is asking me where to save this company. In system, for example, say if we want to save any file, if we download any file, system will ask where to save. So where it gets to, where should we save it? For example, say we need to go into my computer and then new volume E, and then files. In files we have PDF files folder, and in that PDF file folder we are going to save this file, PDF file. So to save this PDF file, this is the menu path, like from my computer, new volume E, from new volume E to files, from files to PDF files. In PDF files I have this PDF file. So these are four folders. So this is how we save it in the system, a file. But in SAP, the configurations are saved in one transport request number. And that transport request number is used to transport the configurations from development server to quality server. For example, say we have done all the configurations. Okay, we need to test those configurations. Where we can test? We can test those configurations only in quality server. So from configuration, from development server to quality server, how we transport those configurations? These configurations are saved in development server, for example triple G. So I want to transport this from development to quality server. what I'll do, when I save this triple G, it will ask me one transport request number. For example, the transport request number is 281. This is a transport request number. So in this 281 transport request, I have this company saved. And then I'll tell to the basis people that, sir, this is the transport request number 281. You can transfer this from development server to quality server. Like this, we'll have a small set of a bunch of transport request numbers. So every transport request number will tell these are the configurations we have done. You can transport all those from development server to quality server. So then he'll transport that. After transporting, all the configurations will be there in quality server, and we are going to test those as if we are doing the business. We'll assume that we have done one sale to customer, and we'll assume that we paid some amount to vendors. Like that, each and every business scenarios, whatever the business scenarios are there, we will assume that, and we will post and see whether it is getting posted or not, and whether the reflection is correct or not, reports are getting generated in a correct way, in the correct balances, whatever, as if we have posted. Is everything going correct or not in the system? We'll check it in the quality server. Only when we transport all the configurations from development to test to quality server. So after testing, if everything goes well, everything is working well, then only we'll transfer this again, the configurations and the whatever the activities we have done from quality server to production server. Okay, in production server, this is called as go live server, where we are going to deliver the product in the client place. So client will start using the system. Okay, client will start using the SAP system, I mean to say. They'll start using SAP, whatever we have done, they'll start user ID, and by giving user ID and password, they'll start their sales activities, purchase activities, payments, everything they are going to start from the day when the SAP S4 HANA is delivered to the client, and that will be delivered only in production client. Okay, they can do all the actual real time business cases only in go live. Before we give the before we give the product to the client, first we are going to make them perfect how to use the server, that is called as UAT again, and then it will be end user training will be there. So those are the two things which we are going to do after going into go live, after going into the production. Okay, and from one server to another server to send these configurations, to send these uh, activities, or transport request is used. So transport request is important to transfer the configurations from one server to another server, and that will be done by basis module person, not by us, not by FICO module consultants. So we just need to remember what is the number, in which number which configuration is saved. Okay, and number will be generated automatically. So you see here, this is for example say 5856 is there in the last. If I click on create request, you can see request number is not there here in the first box. So description I'll give ground report and request. I'm just click, you just see here request number is not there. Once I click on save, the request number will be automatically generated. Previously it was 5856, now it is 6136, but the description is same. Description only we can remember, like just to identify that request number we can give the description, like for example say company creation or company code global data or customer data or vendor data, like that we can give a same request number. If you want to give a different request number for each configuration, we can give. Or if you want to group some of the configurations into one request number, that can be done. If you want to make an individual request number for each configuration, even that also can be done. Okay, so this is the request number 6136, and the short description is ground report I have given, and just click on save. The company will get saved. This is where the company got saved, in which request number? In ground report. Okay, so this is how we create the company. Next, company code. How to see the T codes for this? Radhika, how to see the T codes for define company and check company code? Where? Okay, no, okay, no, no, not companies. I'm not telling the companies. I'm asking you about the T codes, transaction codes. So you said like, hmm, yes, where drag? Ha, okay. Here you are going to say T codes, transaction codes, T codes. Anyone, do you know? No, you said the transaction code. Yes. Okay, here I can enter, yes. SE10, huh? Okay, okay. Translation. This is not translation. So additional information, display key. Here, correct only. Here, IMJ activity. If you see this IMJ activity, you can see the T codes. Okay. So this is one way where by go on the go we can see this. Okay. And there is another T code where we can see the transaction codes based on the tile names. If we give the tile names, we can see the T codes. There are some ways where if we give the T codes, we need to find the tile names. Okay. So you just find it out. There will be one T code where If we go into the T code and if we type the tile name, we can get the T codes. And if we type the T codes, there is a tile name where there is a T code where if we go into the T code and if we type the T code, and we can find out the tile names. So take this. Okay, take this as your assignment and find out the T code. I hope you know that T code. Anyone know that T code? Like if we go into T code and if we type the tile name, we can get the T codes. Or if we type the T code, we can get the tile names. ABAP and basis people will know that. Okay, mostly. But because we are FICO consultant, from here also we can see, like by using additional information, as one person have said, like additional information, and under additional information, if we go into display key, here we have IMG activity. So you can click IMG activity so that you can get the additional information column. Okay, Radhika. So this is what you're trying. No, no. This is the only place where we can use IMG activity or maintenance object. Maintenance object can be seen, but in maintenance object bit differently it will come. But in IMG activity, it will be a bit perfect than maintenance object. So here the entire T code is not T code for this defined company, but the last four characters OX15 is the only thing. The last four characters which you are seeing, not the entire one, only the last four characters is the T code OX15. So in the same way here OB45, like OX02, OX03, only the last OKBD. These are the T codes. And for defined segment, this is not the T code. There is no T code for defined segment. This is how we see the T codes. You were asking anything? Were you asking anything? The T codes, ECC. ECC, it's been very long. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yeah. Where is system transaction code? System status. Where is transaction? That is just system data. That is not transactional data. If we go to additional information, in additional information we have display key. Here we have IMG activity. So you can also use I maintenance object, but IMG activity will be selected. Maintenance object, like one or two digits, it will be right side and two digits will be left side. Like it will be a bit confusing, but T code will be there in this entire characters. But if you use IMG activity, you can see the T codes in the last four characters. So now let us create one company code, that is OX02, edit, copy, delete, check company code. Execute this. Here, double click on edit company code data, the second option. So we're going to create the company code now. Now click on new entries. Here give one ID for the company code, not company ID. Company ID is something different. Company code ID is something different. Company code is something different. Company ID is something different. Now we are going to give the company code. The I mean to say the subsidiary company, not the holding company. So here also I'll give triple G only and company name I'll give like global and city I'm going to give Bengaluru or I'll give Mumbai and country select the country India and currency give INR language select as English. Now click on save. Again it will ask us one transport request. So we are going to give the transport request. If we want to create a new one, we can create a new one. This region is something called a state. Okay. If I select country, it will ask me the state, which state in India. If we select any other country, it will ask states from that country only. For example, say I'm selecting America. So in America, what are the states are there? It will show me. Okay. So as per the country, the states will be changing. So whatever the country you select, you can see only those states. So now select India, INDIA, and select the region. Bengaluru is from Karnataka, so I'm selecting Karnataka. So Karnataka, the ID for Karnataka is 10. Now click on continue. Done. So save the transport request. So you can save you can save this configuration in the same transport request or you can change it. If you click on create, again you can create a new one. If you click on OK, it will save this configuration also will be saved in the same transport request. Okay. So this is how we create company code, the subsidiary company. Now we are going to link the company to company code. We are going to assign. So how to assign that? Let us see. So we are not going into definition. We need to go into assignment. In assignment, go into financial accounting and then assign company code to company. Execute this and click on position. Give the company code. Company code is triple G. So we can search our company code in the first line. If I click on position and give my company code, system will give me my company code. If it is there in the system, it will give it in the first line. If it is not there, for example, say you see I'm typing triple K and click enter. Triple K is there. Okay. Triple J. See, triple J is not there, but JK is there. So it is giving me the next possible entry after JJ, after triple J. So if I click position and give triple G, I can see my company code in the first line. Triple G, triple G. And company, give the company that is also triple G. The same company, global gate goal, select. And now click enter and save it. Continue. So this is where we can link the company code to a company. Now we have assigned the company code to company, the triple G company code to triple G company. So this is how we configure and save the company to company and company code, and the assignment also is done. Any doubts? For today we are done with the class. If you have any doubts you can ask.